very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. You see Nick Foles coming out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, as he will be the one to lead this Bears offense.
We don't talk about it very often, but really, through the life of an NFL player, there are a lot of twists and turns, aren't there? A lot of ups and downs. Maybe you could even say a bunch of different careers. How about Nick Foles? Early in his career, 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in a Pro Bowl in his second season. Became a career backup after that with the Rams in Kansas City. And then, right place, right time, back up in Philadelphia. Carson Wentz goes down, and Nick Foles puts on his cape and wins a Super Bowl.
13 yards on the game's opening play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Foles gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Complete to Aaron Jones.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
To Aaron Jones.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Foles. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Foles pass. Complete to Cole Kmet. A 9-yard gain on the play.
And here's Foles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Foles on target to Robinson for the Chicago first.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here in this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles, open man, Taylor Gabriel. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The give is to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down by D.J. Wadham.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Foles. This will be caught just inside the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it. Leaving, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Cook. Now Cook here, and he wants the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A full return for a Bears touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Some inches and ended up losing yardage. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Aaron Jones.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38, Foles. That into the hands of his tight end, Holtz. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Foles on target there to Robinson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a pickup of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up
a nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy whose caliber runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
That's good for a Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the...
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the 1st quarter with the score Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Regan, complete, Jefferson to target. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Regan under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Regan. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Brings up second.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Regan. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. And credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
Foles pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
At the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
The ball carrier.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
That'll be complete to Cook.
Reagan's pass.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard.
On 2nd down and 4. Foles. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up
now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Complete to
an extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 39. Jordan Brooks gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack on 1st down, Foles firing quickly here, and that's complete. Foles, they'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 7.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up second
down and goal. Foles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Now it's Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. You got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you.
Off the play fake. Regan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Regan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Foles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Gain of 4, and it's third down.
On third down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. From left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. The Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. From the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Tim Williams in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll throw from the gun. That's complete right side to Kmet. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Foles. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Foles gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
No gain on
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete.
23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
Takaris McKinley on the tackle. Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 16. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Brought down behind the line of
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Bears 10. Vikings nothing.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, Regan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
Throwing again. Regan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
To his wideout.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum. You know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another.
first down. Regan, complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Vikings, first down.
On first down, Regan. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first and 10, Regan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Regan. And he will find his man on the outside. Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, first and 10 at their own 22. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made at
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
48-yard line.
Here's Foles throwing complete to Miller. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. 11 yards there. First down.
First down, Chicago.
On first down, he'll drop to throw to Gabriel, middle of the field. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stop down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
10 at the 20.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. Third and long after the sack. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 12.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Regan, that's to Cook out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
Vikings.
Throwing on 1st down. Regan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing again. Regan. That'll be complete to Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
Reagan's pass. Incomplete from the contact.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Well, the man is Komet, the tight end. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Regan. Able to find Harris. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll take it at the 26-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
On the delay, Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Jeff Gladney. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today,